Hi, Spout Loreans. Abdul here with a quick pre-show announcement. If you haven't heard, this coming Monday, August 26th, is the day that we will be launching the first season of our bonus show, Mallbrats, on a brand new public feed with newly scored and remastered episodes. Launch week is going to be pretty huge, with a brand new episode dropping every day. And we're also doing a collab with our friend, the incredibly talented artist, Casey Golden, where she'll be drawing the Cool Treat Kids in her own amazing style. Launch weeks are hugely important for new shows, so we're asking all our listeners to please go and subscribe to the new feed, which is live right now. And when that first episode drops, listen, rate, review, all that good stuff. We genuinely love this show so much, and we think you'll love it too. We're also going to be doing a bunch of launch week giveaways for listeners of the new show, where we'll be giving away custom Spout Lore merch packages from our friends at Fantasy by Numbers, with amazing pins and ornaments and coasters, all with custom Spout Lore art on them. And also, one lucky listener will win the one-of-a-kind Cool Treat Kids character art that Casey is creating. If you'd like to enter to win Casey's gorgeous artwork or any of the amazing merch packages that we're giving away, all you have to do is click the link in the show notes and head over to the new feed and subscribe. Then, when the first episode drops on Monday, rate and review 5 stars or more, and make sure you sign the review with your Discord or social handle so we can find you to give you your amazing Spout Lore memorabilia. From everyone here at Spout Lore, thank you so much. We hope you like the new show.
Hi, everyone. It's Fat Billie here. Thanks for coming. Listen to our podcast. If you want more podcasts, you can go to patreon.com/spoutlore, where you can give us some money. And I like money, so I can buy snacks.
Gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of 3 heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed. Their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing. Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Thing is half-elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might. Billie's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spout Lore. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me, as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
Hey, everybody.
Playing Ving, the half-elf druid, Paul Oppers.
Hello there.
And playing Fat Billie, the halfling thief, Jessica Ty.
Hello.
When last we left our heroes, they did wage war against the unclean hog hordes in the desolate mudscape of the Everwood Valley, in a fight that had it all. Pig motorcycles, anime headbands, little kids flapping like flags on the back of a hog.
Bird on bird violence.
Bird on bird violence. Ving was almost completely drowned, pushed further and further into the mud by a horrible pig in a Saving Private Ryan moment, and then emerged using his newfound ability to call forth the spirits to eliminate 2 of the hogs with some water snake moves.
It was a sick fight.
It was a very cool fight.
It was maybe one of the cooler fights we've done.
Which is absurd, because it's been 7 years, and the coolest fight that we've had was up against some pigs.
And we only rolled 2s as damage.
Yeah, exactly. Following the fight, the party was stopped by one of the scarecrow-clad halflings, asked to state their business, and told about the Crows, a faction of halflings that, according to their own words, are attempting to repel the tyranny of the Pumpkin King, which the party immediately was like, that sounds sick.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Birdie
Immediately forgetting the allegiances you've already
forged.
Right.
Yeah. And we, at that point, had also forgotten that we were being tracked by a god.
Yep.
We're like 2 tangents deep right now.
Oh, yeah.
I also forgot about that.
Yeah, those are the stakes.
Yeah.
Birdie and Berta, your original guides, then became your hostages as you tightened the baby Bjorn. securing these two soldiers of the Pumpkin King, and we're taken to the Roost. It seems like a maybe previously existing halfling village that has been co-opted and occupied by the crows as a sort of base of operations.
Yeah.
Once within this raucous, rootin' tootin' honky tonk halfling mud village,
Mm-hmm.
you were faced by the leader of the crows, Wild Bill.
Ooh.
And that is where we find our heroes now. A 2-foot tall halfling, round of body, handlebar of mustache, dour of demeanor, snorts, spits, and then takes a sip of his mug of cream. Says, well, what do we have here?
It is I. And Billy takes a stance.
What stance?
He's trying to do what Wild Bill is doing, which is kind of cowboy-y.
Yeah,
He's trying
totally.
to guess where his hips are.
Yeah.
Put his hands on them.
He's moving his hands around he's like, no, that's too high. Whoa.
Find his hips.
No, that's too high. No, that's back fat. Okay.
I don't know.
It feels like it's all back fat.
Yeah. I think I'm all back fat.
Guys, am I all back fat?
And then Billy, he's like, I think it's my stance. So he puts his legs wider and then slips in the mud.
Oh no, accidental splits again.
Yeah.
And Wild Bill and the surrounding crows are just watching this happen, watching Billy flop around in the mud. As I live and breathe, is that fat Billy?
Billy gets up off the mud and I demand to know where Razor Tusk is.
Everybody laughs. Ha 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 ha.
Why are you laughing at me?
Yeah, don't laugh at our kid.
Yeah, don't laugh at our kid.
Yeah. I'm just asking a really normal question.
If you think if I knew where Razor Tusk was, I'd be here bandying about with these fools.
Well, I don't know what you're doing out here when the Pumpkin King is out there bandying around with all of our groceries and stuff. I don't know what I'm doing.
Tuck and Vig are tall enough that we can see over the walls of the town.
Yeah.
And we look back and we see Lone Tree Hill and we see a little figure literally bandying 2 baguettes.
Yeah.
Look at my groceries.
That was the, because we've talked about how in the Widdershins, the distance is further than you thought it was.
Yeah.
But because it would be funny, the Widdershins made Lone Tree Hill visible for a second so you could understand who the villain is.
The distance follows cartoon kid logic.
Yes.
We're in a cartoon now.
Yeah. Bill, you're the one who's supposed to be the toughest guy in town, and here you are hiding out in a crow nest or whatever.
We call it the Roost, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not hiding. I'm planning
What are you planning?
a way to take down Razor Tusk and the Pumpkin King in one fell swoop.
I want to get info about this.
Okay. How so?
I would like to parlay.
Yep. So parlay is you are offering something.
I turn to you guys. What about if we offer ourselves as mercenaries for hire?
As long as there's pay involved, Billy.
Yeah, 5 gold coins a day.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
We can do 5 gold coins. Do you need us to help in any way?
Yeah, if you want to chip in, I don't know what I'm doing.
Chip in would to pay
No,
us?
with your words.
I'll do the dental, I guess.
With your words.
Okay.
I don't know if I can convince him on my own. He's kind of a scary guy.
How about we just stand here very imposing? We'll
Billy,
puff ourselves up.
Yeah, you be the mayor. You do the mayor thing where you pitch
Okay.
us, and then we'll make ourselves look so buff.
Okay.
Okay.
And we start oiling each other up.
And I look over.
Wild Bill's kind of nodding
Okay, he likes it. He likes it.
We'll oil and pose down
Okay.
a bunch behind you.
Interesting.
Bill, I have a proposition for you.
Mm-hmm.
What if we, me and my pals who are very buff and strong and tall, what if we help you with whatever plan you have to, I assume, take down the Pumpkin King and restore order to the Halfling lands?
All right, 2d6 plus charisma. 13.
13. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
You
Jeez.
guys did a good job. He
Yeah.
likes it a lot.
Yeah, he's like scratching his little chin between his handlebars on his mustache and nodding at Tuck and Ving as they oil each other up.
Ving's like, have you seen my song? He's about yay big around and about yay big around.
And he goes, well, in a battle such as this, we could use all the help we could get. And you hear a voice off to the side go, you can't be serious. Bill! And a halfling pushes her way through the crowd. A halfling you recognize, Billy. from a potato throw in Mudlark all those years ago. A halfling you betrayed.
Oh no.
Oh, whoa!
What's his name again?
I don't remember.
It's a lady. We never got her name.
Dorothy.
Yeah, you hear a voice on the other side of the crowd say, Bill, come on. You can't be serious. And a little halfling woman pushes her way through the crowd. She's got a big scar down her face.
Holy shit!
She's got strong little halfling arms.
Whoa!
And she has a
Crown of hot dogs.
She has a crown of hot dogs, now dried and old. But she's got like slung over her back. She's got what looks like garden shears that have been broken in half.
Whoa!
So she's got like 2 shears
Whoa.
over.
That's so sick. Like scimitars?
swords?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
I like that.
She's like, we can't trust them, and we can't trust him most of all. And she points right at Billy.
What? Why?
You don't remember, do you?
Remember what?
You don't remember at all, bud. You framed me.
Oh shit.
After you framed me, I got thrown in the brig in Mudlark, and then those frogs attacked, and I had to fight my way out. That's how I got this.
I mean, it's a pretty cool scar, though.
It is a cool scar. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, it builds character, right?
You're trying to convince me that the way you betrayed me was actually a good thing? You can't be taking this seriously, can you, Bill? Bill goes, Dorothy, I've made my decision. We are not in any position to turn away aid in this time of war, this hog apocalypse. And he looks up at the maroon sky, the blood red, the pig red sky above.
The gas, like all of their shit farts, is like making the sky just
A
red.
methane
this-
sunset.
This
Yeah.
shimmering methane.
Yeah.
We just see like a
Borealis.
puff of fart fly to the wind.
You usually can't. Usually, gas doesn't stay together.
Oh my
like
God.
You usually can't see a fart like
With
that.
these pigs, it does.
yeah, a little cloud that like.
They call it the Borealis.
Oh!
Oh, I
Abdul
get
hates
it.
it.
I get it. No, sorry,
So
I'm
good.
Pulled away in
stupid.
disgust.
No, I'm just dumb. I didn't get it.
That was amazing.
And Dorothy says, well, you can trust them if you want, Bill, but you can't make me trust them. I've got my eye on you, bud. I'm watching.
Okay.
And she stalks away into town.
Don't worry, Billy. We were really new to Dungeon World at that point, so we kind of know what we were doing.
Yeah.
True. We were really
We were all-
new.
Flailing little babies.
We were just learning lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. Sometimes in your past, you encounter people that you have harmed,
Mm-hmm.
and that's everybody makes mistakes. It's just important that you make amends at some point.
Yeah.
That's
if
true.
we felt guilty for every person that showed up from our past with a giant scar cut across their face, we'd never get anything done.
Yeah.
When has that happened to you guys? Like, what? Have you ever had that?
Oof. Yeah. My first babysitter. I met them in the Court of the Woods. Years after. They came out to Ord Shield. They were banned because of how I treated them. Oof.
Well,
I'm trying to make this funny. That's so dark.
I'm sorry, Vic. I
Man.
didn't mean to bring up bad memories.
Back when
Oh
I
my-
was a little prince, I ruined this kid's life.
Showed up, huge scar on his face.
Well, maybe this will be like me making amends by volunteering us to fight.
Yeah.
Save their town.
Totally, Billy.
Yeah.
That's a great way to make amends.
Is risking your life.
It's what happened with me and Fathom. Remember, I totally fucked up his face.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
that's true.
And then he
Adam's probably really mad right now.
He probably is really mad right now.
Smash cut to Fathom. What's he doing?
I'm so mad right now.
He's just like punching a tree, like, oh, I'm so mad about Tuck.
Every time I think about him, just get so mad.
We are right. Yeah.
He punches the tree a bunch and then he kisses it for a second. He's like,
Yeah.
What? What? No. No. No.
oh, I'm so mad I get confused.
It's all his fault.
So dysregulated.
And he starts walking away, and then he stops and he looks back at the tree a little bit.
And then
No.
the shot switches to a wide and Mears is sitting there with a lemonade. He's like,
What is wrong with this guy?
Oh my god.
Oh my God, Mears is in this episode. Take that, fuckers. You're welcome.
That is canon happening right
Yeah, put
now.
that
is
in the
canon.
content warning.
Yeah.
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 I imagine they are still together.
Did we talk about how did Fathom leave?
No, he was
No,
still
he's
in there.
still-
Okay, yeah. So they're
Yeah.
probably still together.
Yeah.
I've had some ideas about what Fathom's up to.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
I think because now he's got the eye, and we've talked about like how he is getting visions. I think he's sort of I think he's kind of a wandering demon hunter right now. Like he's trying to get
Oh.
answers.
So
Oh my
sick.
And Mears
Yeah.
is going with him.
Oh, he's following the path of the mausoleum, but maybe not
Kind
known
of,
to him.
Yeah. Because his eye makes him able to resist demonic influence, and also I think is like damaging to demons in a way.
Oh yeah, that
Like
makes
the light
sense.
from his eye is very powerful
Yeah.
Mhm.
because it's sunstone.
Yeah.
Yes.
They seek the corners, the shadows when he's around.
Yeah.
he knows
exactly.
to look in the darkest places.
And
Maybe
he's
That's so
wearing a
deep.
red Adidas tracksuit, as Jessica set up in the episode.
Oh,
he's
awesome.
Yeah. He's got a big hammer, a red Adidas tracksuit. His hair's long now.
Uh-huh.
Balding and long? Like long from the back?
No, he shaved his head by choice. That was how he was different from Tuck a little bit, is he had
right.
no beard and a little hair, but he'd
Tuck
shave
is-
it a little bit.
Yeah.
Tuck is unwillingly bald.
Unwillingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, wait, actually, in the first episode, you did say bald of head by choice.
Oh, right.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Don't mean, but in the Tuck voice, you said that.
By choice.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know.
Yeah. Duck's always kept it shaved, so you don't know if he has male pattern baldness.
Every morning he goes, I'm going to shave my head now.
He just runs the taps for a while. He's getting really good at making razor sounds.
Yeah, and then when we're like somewhere where there isn't like a tap, he really makes a stink about it. Like, where
Oh.
too much.
It's going to be so hard to dry shave my head because I have to do it every day.
He puts little cuts there. Oh, I cut my head shaving. Takes a -2.
He's cutting his own scalp instead of just admitting that he's bald.
Ah, it's so itchy. I can feel it coming in. It's so thick. Ugh, I gotta go shave.
Oh man, it's driving me nuts.
As soon as we get out of Sea of Grapes, I'm gonna shave my head.
I'm
That's
gonna
the
shave
first
my
thing
head.
I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I have
Guys,
to.
sorry for this 5 o'clock shadow I'm wearing on the top of my head.
Well, Dorothy's concerns aside, I think you might be in the right place. I think we could use some martial expertise.
We come not just with martial expertise. Wild Bill. Fuck.
Will the Bill?
Tuck says it. He's like, I was trying to make it sound cool.
Yeah, well, that's just his name.
we come bearing information as well. And then I hit the buckle on the Bjorn that makes the baby fall out.
And Bertie and Berta both fall onto the mud.
They tumble to the ground.
Yeah.
Up until this point, they thought I had boobs.
Well, I have to admit, up until this point, I thought you were in possession of a sweet rack, but now I'm to see a couple stooges of the Pumpkin King.
And then Tuck goes, fear not. What remains still has many gifts I can impart. And then I make my Peck stance.
Can't help but notice you're picking up dice.
I would like to make a performance check.
Those
Sorry, I've
don't
been
ex-
watching too much D&D
Yeah.
podcast.
Performance checks do not exist,
Okay.
and you will not be rolling for whatever you're about to do.
Well, I'm going to make my Peck stance so much that he gets like so excited by it.
He starts nodding again, watching your Peck stance. Goes, oh, all right.
They kind of tell a story.
Yeah.
There's a narrative to this dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like telling what we're gonna do, like planning it all out.
And also
Uh-huh.
explains how we got here and who we are.
Oh.
So I tell the story of the podcast
In a
from
Peck
season
dance.
From your
one
pecs.
through the
Peck
Peck
dance.
dance.
Undulating pecs. Pectoral muscles.
Bing is playing that like Indian instrument that goes.
a sitar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's the
horn
wood,
with
the
the big-
woodwind one.
Oh,
With the big
yeah.
hole-
With the
yeah,
bulb
knob
on
in
the
the middle,
end.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great. And there's a fire crackling in the center of town.
Yeah.
Everybody's gathered around to watch Tuck's Pecs dance.
yeah, the sun has set.
Yes, the sun
Many
is fully
times.
set.
There's 200 hours of content here.
There's a lot to get through. And as your pecs finally come to a rest,
Beads of sweat.
So tired.
Yeah.
and the crowd begins to applaud. And Wild Bill, who has been nursing the same cup of cream this whole time, gets up, he wipes a tear from his eye. Says, I think I can speak for all crows when I say that your story is one of bravery. And I think that we would be glad to have you fight at our side as we attempt to repel the tyranny that has forsaken the ways of the Everwood Valley.
Thank you.
And Billie, if I
Yes.
may say, you have a complicated history in these lands.
I understand.
But if you come here, in order to help, in order to heal this place, allow me to be the first to welcome you back home.
Thank you, Bill.
And the other halflings begin to clap.
Wow.
The camera kind of zooms in on the side, and leaning against a stilt support of one of the huts is Dorothy. She grimaces. She walks into the shadows.
She spits a tooth onto the ground.
It's just they're just
That's
falling
not
out.
hers.
She's just been sucking on a
She's been
tooth.
sucking on somebody else's tooth.
She's so hardcore.
That's so hardcore.
So scared of her.
Holy shit.
She punched the tooth out of someone's mouth and then started
And
sucking.
it took it and started sucking on it.
Billie is crying so hard. This is all. I've been thinking about this for so long.
It's sort of a beautiful moment. And okay, so what do halflings? Okay, this is actually a real
Sure.
cultural question I have. What is a thing halflings do when they welcome the return of one of their own?
Feast.
Okay, we're doing a feast.
Nice.
Then we smash cut too. Tables have been pulled out of all of the buildings and have been set up in this like muddy square,
Mhm.
and they have been laden, well, quote unquote laden with what food they have.
Oatmeal.
It's mostly oats. The Pumpkin King having hoarded most of the food. Yeah, it means
Yeah.
that there is not much in the way of victuals for this feast.
Mhm.
But symbolically, the intention is clear to welcome you into this community, to welcome Billie back to his home.
Dried blueberries.
Yeah, we still have the blueberries.
Yeah, we add them to the feast.
Oh, and the halflings are glad to see the berries.
And Birdie and Bird like, what the?
Where'd you get these?
Those were supposed to be for.
I have Alma's teapot, so I add that.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Billie feels like this is a big deal.
Yeah.
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 Well, it is a big deal for
I know.
Billie. He's been welcomed back to the Everwood Valley.
I've never been welcome at a feast.
Yeah.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. They
Whoa.
always shoot him away.
That sucks.
Man.
I mean, yeah.
Tuck is really mad all of a sudden.
You little fucks.
Yeah, he didn't really realize the extent to which they treated Billie like shit.
Yeah, I've never been to a feast.
Oh.
Ving's trying to show it as like a teachable moment. Like, look at what you do when you stop running from your asshole past. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's oatmeals, there are blueberries that you've contributed. The crows have been like, it seems like they've been hitting Pumpkin King like caravans.
Oh, yeah.
So they've been stealing some food.
Actual crows, like they have the actual crows on their side, and the
Oh.
crows are going to like they've gone and stolen bits of food. So
Yes.
there's like random stuff, like there is a chicken leg.
Part of our parlay was that the crows will be on their side.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
Like they'll be able to, they're on their side, but now they can communicate. I also
Yeah.
like the idea
True.
that they bring out like a dish and there's like 4 or 5 roasted doves.
Tuck is still like in anime mode. He looks at the doves and he sheds a single tear.
And then also,
I do love chicken though.
You are delicious. Yeah, and it's this very nice, the cream flows. The halflings are getting pretty rowdy, excited at this, what could very well be a turning point in their battle,
Yeah.
having these warriors of renown. Let's see each of you guys at how are you ingratiating yourself to the halflings?
Oh, it's a good question. Tuck is he's like doing the thing where he's like taking them and then throwing them in the air and then catching them
Like
and then
toddlers?
Yeah, then he like lifts up their shirt and then he'll blow a raspberry on their belly and then he'll be like, "Oh, what's going on over here? Should I put you down? Oh no, you have to go into the air."
and they are loving it.
Yeah.
They can't get enough of this.
The lineup is like so
They keep like you, like let them go, they run back around.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have to. And then they get in fights. I'm like, you guys have to be good in line, or else you won't get the tumble bum.
You're like, you have to be at least this short to ride this ride.
They made a little sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made the sign because Ving was like, "Do it with me, do it with me," and it was
Smash.
It was a disaster. We destroyed a lot of shit. So they made a sign that was like, "You have to be this short to
Right.
ride
Yeah.
this ride."
Ving got stuck in a chandelier.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
And then they point at Ving and they're like, "You see read the sign."
Okay.
What about Ving?
Oh, Ving's doing a mime of. He's doing like, what's that guy's Dorf? He's doing a Dorf bit where he's putting shoes on his knees and he's doing a play
Oh,
on
I
his
see.
knees.
Yeah. He's pretending to be short. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, is this
not okay.
Is this not okay? Are the halflings mad about this?
I don't know. I think they think it's pretty funny. They think big people are funny just in general. They think they're like oafish,
Okay.
just kind of as a rule.
When Tuck clocks the thing is doing that for a second, he's like, oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
No.
What about Billy?
Billie is patching the roof where Ving went through.
Very nice.
Yeah. He doesn't know how to do it very well.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the fact that he's trying means a lot to the halflings.
That's true.
Yeah.
But he's making like too much of a show about it. Like he's like, whew, like forgot how heavy hay is.
Like, yeah, Billy, it's
Yeah.
very heavy. Thank you for
He
helping.
just really wants them to like him.
Yeah, and honestly, there's a fairly positive. I think there's a hesitantly positive feeling that the halflings have towards
Billy
Billy.
did accidentally start a little fire, but he put it out really fast.
and because
Before anybody noticed.
anybody that saw it freaked out for a second and was like, not again.
How many people that are in this town have interacted with Billy?
Honest. Well,
I
how
think-
long ago did Billy leave?
Not that long ago. I mean, like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I think everyone except babies.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Most
Yeah.
halflings have either interacted with or heard about.
Yeah,
Billy.
they've all seen him. They all hate him.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they all know that you burned down those silos, those
Yeah.
grain silos.
Everyone and the babies know
Yeah.
because they're told.
They're
They were
told.
taught about it. Yeah.
Never trust a Billy.
Mm. And near the end of the night, things are starting to wind down. Halflings have fallen asleep on the tables. They're snoozing in the mud.
Tuck has started helping. He helped Billy finish the job
Yeah.
because he just knew it. He would fuck it up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It gets
Billy was like using his spit to try to put it together.
just spitting on hay and
He's
kind of
getting so
mashing it.
upset. Like, why isn't it sticking together?
Yeah.
What? How is like glue?
Spit is so sticky.
The night gets to that vibe where someone's walking around with a garbage can and like putting cans in it.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
And Wild Bill approaches. I think it's time we spoke about what's been going on, what we need.
Yeah.
Come with me.
Okay.
And he walks into the bar, which is sort of like woven. It's this building looks like it was thrown up as like a rest place for the crows that kind of became a bar.
Mhm.
So it's like woven out of sticks. Like it's got this very circular kind of oblong,
Like a hummingbird nest.
like a hummingbird
Oh,
nest.
cool.
And Wild Bill sits down at a piano, a very small piano.
Like, this is his desk?
He cracks his,
He sits behind a piano and goes, please sit down.
take a seat.
this little super baby grand piano.
Yeah.
Cute.
Super baby.
It's the tiniest grand piano we've ever seen.
It's like a coffee table.
And he starts playing a quiet but jaunty tune, an end of the night sort of song, and begins speaking. What have you heard about what's been going on?
But the pigs or
Yeah, the pigs, the Pumpkin King, you know where we stand?
Mhm.
We made a lot of guesses that were immediately substantiated by Bert.
Tell me about these guesses, just to refresh the memory of somebody who might not.
The way that we understand it is that the Hog Times game,
Mm.
which is the pig thing, and because can't help but be a little bit
Still a little bit
It's a
dismissive.
very
Yeah.
scary and serious pig thing.
It's really serious. So then Jack Wick, who would become the Pumpkin King,
Yes.
he used the like disruption and your absence because you went to fight Razor Tusk.
I did. He spits on the ground.
He used that to try and take over the halfling lands, and he burned the dinghies. And it was all because he was heartbroken because he was in love with the daughter of the dinghies and was also exiled.
And as also an arson.
Yeah, he's an arsonist.
And you guessed all that?
I
Uh-huh.
think they also told us.
We intuit it.
Yeah.
Which is different than guessing, I think. You'll find.
I mean, I remember the stuff that went on here. I know that Jack hated the dinghies. And he holds on to grudges for a long time, so I mean, it just makes sense.
And he was pretty vocal from what Billy said
Yes.
that he was going to get revenge.
He
One
was
day
very
I'm-
vocal. I mean, Bill, don't you remember? Like, he took out ads in the paper.
They were effusive and contained a number of drawings that I have yet to forget.
right? I mean, and there's one point where he knew that people stopped reading the ads because of how many he was taking out. So he bought the front page and
His newspaper is like all ads.
all ads.
It's all the same ad. Well, then it sounds like you are pretty much up to speed, almost accidentally, it would seem.
What happened when you fought Razor Tusk?
Well, let's just say I gave as good as I got. Well, no, actually, he gave a lot more, but I gave a good amount. We faced off on the edges of the Sunwise, and he bested me in battle, and he took off into the fields, but not before I was able to get this. And he reaches like into his waistband and pulls out a metal sheathed tusk.
Wow.
Whoa.
Cool.
The trophy that I took that day came at great personal cost. Humiliation in the face of a pig.
Oh, the worst of kinds.
Flashback to Mudpocalypse, getting thrown off a hog, getting his face pushed in the mud by a pig, Billie flapping in the wind.
The camera cuts back to like the fight that Wild Bill had with Razor Tusk, and it's from an adult's perspective, and it looks hilarious.
It's like a little guy fighting a pig.
Squeal, squeal.
I thought that if I could take out Razor Tusk, the lack of leadership that the pigs would have would cause their hordes to scatter and allow us to use the ensuing chaos to make a push on the Pumpkin King's holdings. I still think that that might be the way. We either go after the pig or we go after the king. Razor Tusk is elusive and dangerous and has those pigs under a sort of thrall I have not yet seen in the natural world.
Oh yeah, we kind of saw that too. Every time we even hurt them a little bit, they kind of like
Trot off.
Yes. There it is difficult for me to know at this point if that is a magical effect of some kind, an enchantment, some sort of dark pig magic.
Do you think with your intimate knowledge of Razor Tusk, I wouldn't call it a friendship, but a kinship even?
A grudging respect, unwilling appreciation, a sexual tension of sorts. I just wanted to say that. That's not true. He doesn't say that.
He does say that.
No, he doesn't. I'm not. I do not feel sexual attraction to that pig. How could I? I am a halfling man.
I believe that I and Razor Tusk will be fighting until the world itself ends.
I understand attraction that can't be explained.
He turns away.
And the thing that Paul didn't say is that Vig looks at
Yeah.
And gives him an up and down. I think he's kind of like...
Billie is very uncomfortable all of a sudden.
Yeah. Chuck doesn't notice. He's like literally like picking food out of his teeth. He's just like,
Yeah.
Oh, a bit of Mitch in there. Do you think you could use your connection with Razor Tusk to get an audience with him?
We would have to find him first. He is elusive.
How have you contacted him in the past?
I have not.
How have you drawn his mire?
I have tracked him in the fields, in the glades, in the mudlands, in the flats of the valley. I have tracked him tirelessly.
What do you think he wants with these lands?
What does any pig want?
Produce.
Then produce he shall have. Flash to the Pumpkin King's hoard. Mounds of vegetables rotting in the sun.
You couldn't be saying, no, you wouldn't dare suggest we ally with Razor Tusk?
I think it's a possibility.
I mean, that way we weaken the Pumpkin King. We get back the lands.
No, I cannot.
No, hold on. But then we also funnel all the pigs into one spot. Makes them weaker. Bill, I think you miscalculate the pigs. I think you thought chaos would weaken them, but I think it gave them strength. They've run amok. The fields are a mess. They're everywhere.
they might be the most frightening things I've ever seen. Tuck says. He's silhouetted by a fire. He's looking
He's looking in the fire.
Yeah. He's looking. He's got his hand up on a window.
Yeah, but it's the outside window. Tuck definitely can't fit in here, so he's been talking through a window like the giraffe in The Big Friendly Giant.
He's not actually in the room.
He's just been sticking his head through a window.
He can't. He can really only be in the common courtyard. So his head is just is in there.
Like the thing earlier when they thought he was putting his shoes there on purpose and walking around his knees. He was just doing that practically, and everyone's like, "Hey, you being fucking racist right now?"
No, I just want to be inside.
And Tuck goes, "Think about a pig's eyes. They're like a doll's eyes."
Dead like a doll's eyes.
I've never seen pigs like these, Wild Bill.
There are no pigs like these.
These pigs move faster than any pig I've ever seen.
As if under a spell,
Yeah,
a curse, an influence beyond their delicious skin.
yeah.
Do we roll for this?
Yeah, should we spout lore on like
What this influence is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it would be Spout Lore, yeah.
Jess, you go.
No, you go. You're holding them.
I'm so stupid though.
I am also stupid.
Okay, I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do it.
2d6 plus intelligence.
Have I ever heard anything about these pigs? This pig magic.
This would not, it would be like, is there anything that you can think of that might
I can.
connect? Oh, well, let's see how this Spout Lore goes.
Do you want to spell lore?
No.
Okay.
Brutal.
Okay.
I can
Jess,
think of something, but
No, you're
you
so
roll
excited
it.
to.
Jess, let
Yeah.
me just get this straight. What's about to happen?
Yep.
I'm going to spell lore,
Yeah.
and if I succeed, you get to tell me what you're thinking.
Great.
Okay,
right.
cool.
Give her $100.
Yeah.
Yeah, $100
I'll
cash.
give you $100 cash. Tuck goes into like anime mode.
What do you mean by anime mode? He's thinking.
He
Yeah.
puts back on his
Okay.
He
anime sash.
I put my anime sash on, and then I look up at the moon, and I see Allison's face in it.
He gets like really glossy eyes or
Yeah.
slightly quivering.
They do the little sparkle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Shawn literally just yawned.
No. I was trying to think, and then I felt it coming up, and I was like, don't.
Don't do it.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
here we go.
Okay.
He like puts his bandana on. He like goes into his mind palace.
Okay.
And he's eating a Hawaiian pizza, which has ham on it, and he hopes that it will impart knowledge on him.
Yeah.
And he's sitting across from a shaman, Tuck, who is like preparing the pineapple pizza. And it's just like, you gotta feel the ham, understand the ham, understand how it twins with the pineapple, understand the ham, and you will be the ham. 10.
Okay.
But I
minus
have
one.
I have a -1, so
Yeah.
I have 9.
9.
Someone aid me,
Oh,
and
I
we
ate
can make
him.
this an unmitigated success.
Do it.
Oh, I ate him.
Okay, so 2d6 plus bond.
All right. 9.
9.
Holy
so that makes
shit.
it a 10.
These dice are
Cool.
insane.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
something interesting and useful. Do we think this is a magical influence that Razor Tusk has on the pigs?
Yes,
Mhm.
and I think the clue is in the tusk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we look down at the metal tusk that
It's-
Wild Bill.
Yeah, it's sitting on top of the piano.
Whoa. I touch it. Is anything happening?
You feel like cold, rusty metal.
Feels cold. Feels rusty.
You see like nails are driven through the metal of the sheath to like asphyx the blade to the tusk itself.
Oh
Ooh,
fuck!
what are the nails made out of?
Also metal.
Wow.
Maybe Razor Tusk, because he was like a dwarven war pig, like
Mhm.
he had some kind of magic cast on him
Mm-hmm.
that allowed him to control like other war swine.
And so is this Spout Lore, this is coming from a precedent that Tuck knows exists? Like this is a thing that has happened in the past?
Yeah, I think it was sort of like in the portrait, the breaking of the chains,
Mhm.
like all of the animals running together,
Mhm.
like under control of the wizards.
I see.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's wearing that same armor.
Yes,
Mm.
because it was armored animals
Mhm.
that like elves were riding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the same way that like a pig left to the wilds will revert into a wild boar.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
So his influence on the gentle pigs of this area, of the halfling lands, which are
Yeah.
like gentle beasts of burden,
Yeah.
is transforming them into war pigs.
Whoa.
Totally.
I see. Yeah.
So cool. I like this.
And it's maybe imbued in the armor itself.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's like what
Mm.
what jogs the memory in Tuck is that he's looking at the armor on the tusk and he sees like the designs kind of embossed into it, like
Yeah.
Not runes because they're dwarves or gnomes or whatever, like hill dwarves are called.
hmm
But it is a similar sort of thing. It's like magic armor.
And
Hmm.
Tuck pulls out the metal greave that was made out of the moon steel, and
Uh-huh.
he puts it next to it, and the symbols are the same. Maybe because like the kind of magic that imbues like
Objects?
objects
Yeah.
with like battle capabilities is
Mhm.
like it comes from the same wizard. So
Cool.
it's like the same guy carved this and designed this as the tusk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe it's like a dwarven wizard who was like a smith.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Who like innovated a sort of enchanted armor technique.
It's a kind of like magical metallurgy
Yeah.
or like metal smithing.
Bing shows the gauntlet because he gave one to,
Oh,
and it's of
yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
It's of the same.
Yeah.
The same design.
Totally. Okay.
I had
All
a
right.
picture of Razor Tusk going to the edge of the Widdershins and dipping in for a drink,
Mhm.
and his tusks go under the water, and you see
Oh,
its
the
influence
magic.
going like in either direction.
Oh, cool.
And like far off, you see like a pig down at the water's edge, and then like
Like lift its head.
let it head up and like
Yeah. And
it's
start
it's-
trotting towards. Yeah.
And it's a thing where it's like when the enchanted metal on his tusks like dips into the water,
Mhm.
the direction of flow changes
Ooh, I
because
like
it's
that.
like
Mm.
whatever the enchantment that is on this
Mhm,
water is like
mhm.
momentarily disrupted.
That's very cool.
It's kind of like iron filings around a magnet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I
So
like it.
yeah. So does Tuck share this thought? I guess it was like a silent realization that the group had.
Yeah.
Yeah, where like Tuck threw his thing down and Ving showed his, and everyone was like,
Oh.
"Oh fuck!"
So we
Yeah.
all understand. So what we have to rid Razor Tusk of all his armor, don't we?
Oh
That's
yeah.
gotta
That,
be one of the.
Mm.
It's
Oh,
gotta,
wow.
That's got to be the thing that stops this from happening all the time.
yeah. It would also like free him from
Mhm.
the influence that he's been under this whole time.
Yeah, because it feels like it has been corrupted in some way.
hmm
So if we use the Pumpkin King's food hoard to draw all the pigs, including Razor Tusk, together,
Oh,
we could like
yeah.
round them up and also like get Razor Tusk and
Mhm.
like remove the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it would also have the added benefit
Mhm.
of destroying the food hoard that Jack is depending on.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
strip Jack of his power because he's abusing it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it will like democratize the food again.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I like this. I like
Well,
this plan.
We'll essentially depose him. We'll
Mhm.
reveal him for like the charlatan he is.
Yeah.
That he can't protect them
Mhm.
because that's why Bertie and Berto were into him because he offered stability.
hmm
Cool. Wild Bill takes all this in. He's but a simple halfling. He's not as worldly or as traveled as you three. He's not as familiar with enchantments or corrupting magics or anything like that. But he
Or Hawaiian pizza.
or Hawaiian pizzas.
He is very curious about now.
So you're saying the saltiness of the ham complements the sweetness of the pineapple,
Tell me again the flavors of this pine apple.
but doesn't the tomato sauce lend a strange acidity to it?
You'd think so, but yes.
Sometimes, and then Tuck leans forward through the window that he's in, and he tries to wedge his arm through so he can put an arm on Wild Bill's shoulder,
Uh-huh.
and he goes, "Sometimes there's sweetness and strangeness." And then he goes to pull back, and he realizes he's stuck in the window.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
A little grease.
So as you're stuck half in, half out of this halfling honky tonk bar, Wild Bill looks thoughtfully at the tusk on the piano. Says, "If it is the enchantment of the armor that's driving Razor Tusk's influence, perhaps now that I have removed a portion of that armor, his influence is weakened in some way. Or perhaps we can use the armor to find Razor Tusk himself, if it is a set that calls to its partners."
Oh yeah,
I would like the communion of whispers with the tusk and the
Mhm.
armor.
Yeah,
nice.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
hmm
I think so.
In this land?
Yeah, just like see him
Yeah.
Or just to like see if there's any connection.
yeah.
Mhm.
If there's like a slight pull back towards its armored brothers.
Like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
compass.
It probably would be, and I mean, it still makes sense communing with the tusk rather than the armor because you've tried to commune with objects before and failed.
Okay.
But you've got the inorganic and the organic here. You've got it all. You've got all the pieces.
Mm.
Okay, great. I'll commune with the land. Spend time in a place making note of its resident spirits. Roll plus wisdom. 7 plus wisdom is 10.
Oh, because you
Holy
changed
shit.
it to a 3.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Okay.
Huge.
So on a 10 plus with Communion of Whispers.
Vision is clear and helpful.
Okay. So you tell me what you see.
I see rolling green grass
Oh.
and space for all to live, and a flooding of the land, a rising of the water seemingly out of nowhere, and pigs coming in from all places. It seemed like they're acting together, but they're coming from disparate areas.
Mm-hmm.
The skies darken,
Mm.
fruit rots on the trees in the wrong time of the year, birds are leaving, babies crying, a man peeing.
May it be the evening light washed down
And as you're
upon
watching
me.
this vision of this beautiful, bountiful land turn and become sick and dark, you feel in your hands where you hold the tusk, you feel it start to spin,
Ooh.
and then it faces a direction and stays still.
It's Du Zellers.
Yep, 2 Zellers from here.
Perfect.
And as you move, you feel the tusk move and pull, staying in the direction that it is pointing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You feel the tusk calling to the bones in which it was born.
Nice.
Wow. It wishes to return. A compass tusk. Tux. Cut. Tuck, here, hold this. This is now Tux, compass tusk.
It's my compass task.
And Wild Bill sees this. He sees Ving return, this strange figure, large, lanky, draped in furs, long gray hair, gills,
Walking on his knees.
walking on his knees and going, I'm so short.
He dropped the voice early on.
Tuck is
He
like,
could tell the voice was too far.
Tuck in his head, he's just like, it seems like they're fine with it, but it seems really, like it's not okay.
Bing put his wild hair on top. I've got wild hair. His little moss scarf.
And holding this tusk and giving it to Tuck, and just kind of, you can see him taking in the three of you, who you are, what you do, what you've overcome. And he's just in awe. He says, I think an end to this madness has come.
Tuck tries to pull himself out of the window and pulls the window out of the side of that.
He's just got a window frame around his arms. Do we want to cut forward to the morning, perhaps?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The gates of the Roost crank open, and you leave the Roost, and the crows. Do we think that they're coming with you, or do you think that this is like, we can trust these guys in Wild Bill to get this done?
Actually, let's have a conversation
Sure.
about this.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
it's the right time for us to be like, okay, what's the plan?
Yeah,
then?
Yeah.
there's enough moving pieces.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we know we're going to use Razor Tusk and his connection with the pigs to fuck up the food horde at Lone Tree Hill.
To lead them to there or to get them to go there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have to expose his grocery pile, basically.
Yeah,
Or at least like tear down the walls of his like barricade.
totally.
And to do that, we have to infiltrate.
Mhm.
I think we should bring a bunch of the crows with us
Yeah.
and act like we've turned them over to like the Pumpkin King side.
Right. That's okay. So the plan is first to go to the Pumpkin King
Mhm.
and get his food hoard.
Yeah.
So we overthrow him first and then we bring the pigs in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Because
do we want to use the
Is there-
pigs to overthrow him?
Yeah, is there any way that we could convince him to expose his horde to the pigs? That's another
Like,
option.
voluntarily.
Somehow, yeah.
Mhm.
We're bringing in hostages. We could say that Wild Bill, in his absence, is losing, like the crows are losing fealty
Uh-huh.
because their
Yeah.
leader, Wild Bill, isn't here because they're still trying to keep him secret,
Oh, yeah.
right? So we
Yeah.
can use his so-called absence as a trick.
We could do a Trojan horse kind of thing.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
Where we show up and Bird and Birdie vouch for us.
Mhm.
And then we say, we've turned all of these crows, but we hide Wild Bill within the ranks
Mm.
of these loyal crows.
Totally.
Bill, are you willing to shave off your mustache?
For the Everwood Valley, I would do anything. Okay, so then the plan is to go to Lone Tree Hill.
I think so,
Yes.
We don't have a plan for when we get there because I also believe we can just overtake it. Again, maybe we're being a little dismissive. Yeah, we can just go in there and knock down the wall.
Yeah.
Push them down
Billy's
the...
also being the one dismissive.
Yeah.
He's like, no, they're stupid.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also because you know Jack. You
Yeah.
remember Jack.
I do. And
Yeah.
he's like a huge coward. That's
Yeah.
why he's got all these walls up.
Yeah.
But he also is like a really bad fence builder. He tried that for a while. He just like doesn't have the heart. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think what we realize with the revelations about Razor Tusk's like armor and the influence of his armor like seeping into the waters in the fields
Mhm.
is that he's the real threat.
Yeah.
Jack is more like playing at being a threat.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you
That's
take out Jack, but only Jack, then Razor Tusk and his magic and all that kind of stuff are still ruining the
still a
Everwood.
problem.
Mhm.
So we break into Lone Tree Hill,
Yeah. Ooh.
overthrow Jack,
Yeah.
Mhm.
take control of his food hoard, and use that to draw in Razor Tusk.
Yes.
And while he's so distracted by the big old pile of groceries, we jump on him and get his armor off.
Yeah.
And then free the halfling lands from the generations of hogpocalypses that they've had
Yeah.
to endure.
This might end the hogpocalypse for good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Tuck is like, all right, question here. Do you want me to just straight up kill this pig?
If it comes to it, yes.
Is the plan to free the pig or just murder him?
As much as I've come to despise this pig, if what you say is true, he may not be in his right mind.
That's true. And also, you're kind of in love with him from what I remember
Mhm.
yesterday.
I wouldn't call it love, more like an raw animal attraction.
It's complicated.
But no, sorry, I got to be clear. This is not sexual. I find him to be a fierce competitor and a vicious rival.
But also enchanting.
Enchanted, I think I said. I said enchanted.
Sorry, Bill.
He gulps really loud. Very well. Then I will return momentarily. Changed forever.
It'll grow back.
And Bill comes back later on with a wide, like floppy straw hat and like an obscuring cloak and a shorn face.
Oh my
And
gosh.
giant white eyebrows.
Giant.
Wait, did you just? Did you wait?
You cannot ask me to get rid of the hairs as well.
All right, Bill. All right, man. That's your stash, pal.
He looks like an alien from Star Wars.
Yeah.
And the crows gathered up outside the gates with their secret hidden leader, Wild Bill.
One of them was like, what's the deal with those eyebrows? And Bill beat the fuck out of him.
And everyone understood. Don't ask about the eyebrows. The crows gathered outside the gate with their secret hidden leader, Wild Bill, and their 3 new compatriots head off into the mudflats. And that's where we're going to end this episode. I've been your game master, Shawn O'Hara. Joining me as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
So long, everybody.
Playing Ving, the half-elf druid, Paul Oppers.
Take care.
And playing Fat Billy, the halfling thief, Jessica Ty.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you to all of our patrons out there, our supporters on Patreon. This show would not be possible without listeners and supporters like you. If you enjoy Spout Lore and enjoy the fact that we've been able to keep it ad-free all this time and want to support us in continuing to keep it ad-free, check us out at patreon.com/spoutlore or spoutlore.com/money, please, and get access to cool bonus stuff like a full Blades in the Dark campaign set in the High Spear Mall, postcards with original art from the cast, merch of various kinds, and monthly streams. And check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook if you're 50 plus. Thank you so much to Aaron Reed for our intro and outro music. And thank you most of all to all of you for listening. We'll see you next time.
And so ends the tale of adventures 3 who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, fun times abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be like a conclusion, we will not leave you without a resolution. in next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd gladly spout lore.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
From the team behind the award-winning Best Fiction Horror podcast, Nightlight. A new audio drama that brings the southern folklore of True Blood and the cosmic horror of Lovecraft Country to your ears.
You don't hear that, do you?
Afflicted is a tale of hoodoo, a demonic book bound in human flesh, and natural disasters that are anything but natural.
Which grave did you get the dirt from? Which grave?
Afflicted, a horror thriller audio drama, coming this Halloween thanks to our Indiegogo supporters. Subscribe now to get notified the moment the first episode drops.
It's happening.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.